You use the word psychology there. Away, I have to talk about away form because you've got a lot of away games coming up now and starting this weekend. How can you get them psychologically right? Because it has been a problem.
Well, it has, but again, you look at the last few games. I think Chesterfield, I thought was a very, very good performance, and we could have nicked a victory. I was pleased with Rochdale up until the last 5 minutes. I've got to look at the whole picture, and you're absolutely right. It isn't where it needs to be. It needs to be much, much better. And had it been even a third better last year, then we would have been automatically promoted. But that's how it is, and I think it's a monkey that we've got to get off our back, and we've got to start foxing. And what better time to do it than in a very important period of the season for us, and just generally. We're playing teams around us, and we have to put it right. So there's the challenge, and we've got to see if we're up to it.
Is there anything you can do during the week building up to an away game? Is there anything you can do differently if it was a home game?
Well, I'm sure you'll know me well enough by now that if there was something, then we'd have probably tried it in the 2 years that I've been here. But I think it comes down to individuals and teams. It comes down to the individuals in your team being able to carry out the jobs that you do, that you work on, and the team that you're playing against. It's about making sure we isolate their weaknesses and obviously cover up for their strengths. And they're the things that you have to go with a mindset that you go in there to be strong, to frustrate, but at the same time you've got to go there with a risk in mind, because you've got to take a risk to win, and it's getting that balance right. And obviously, as a manager, if you risk it too early, then you're gung ho and stupid. And if you stay as tight as you can for as long as you can, then you're dour and dull and boring. So if you can win, then you're great, aren't you? So you've got to be able to manage all those things, plus the fact, finishing off on Grimsby. The team that was picked there was more thinking about trying to get through to the next round, and the necessity of, John asked me a question about Clive Platt just coming back from injury, and I just felt that he needs to be managed through that particular game. Otherwise, he would have started that particular game, and maybe we would have had a different formation. But I've got to manage him through to make sure that he is fit and available for all those games, as I have Chris Hackett. As I have one or two other key players that I think are be important to our upturn.